This is Frank Martinez, 76 years old, Navy SEAL, Vietnam War, 3 tours. This is Bill Cooper, 72 years old, Marine Corps, Gulf War, 2 tours. This is Sam Jackson, 78 years old, Army Ranger, Korean War, 4 tours. Every Tuesday morning they meet at Joe's Diner in small-town Texas. Same booth, same time, 8 a.m., coffee, pancakes, war stories. They've been doing this for 20 years, but this Tuesday was different. This Tuesday they had to teach some kids a lesson they'd never forget. March 2023, Joe's Diner, Tuesday morning. Frank, Bill, and Sam were sitting in their usual booth, corner table, near the window. Frank was telling a story about Vietnam. Bill was laughing. Sam was shaking his head. 3 old men, combined age, 226 years. Combined military service, 63 years. They looked harmless. Gray hair, reading glasses, walking canes, leaning against the booth. Just 3 old veterans having breakfast. Then the door opened. 5 young guys walked in, early 20s, loud, arrogant, tattoos, gym clothes, that swagger that comes from never being truly challenged. They saw the veterans, and they saw targets. The young guys sat at the table next to the veterans, started talking, loud enough to be heard. Man, look at these old dudes, probably can't even get up without help. Yo, you think they fought in the Civil War? Laughter. Nah man, probably the Revolutionary War. More laughter. Frank, Bill, and Sam didn't react, just kept eating, kept talking. They'd heard worse, much worse. One of the young guys, the leader, Marcus, got up, walked over to their booth. Hey Pops, you guys need help cutting your food? Frank looked up, calm. No thank you, son. We're fine. Son? I ain't your son, old man. Bill spoke, quiet, controlled. Then show some respect and go back to your table. Marcus laughed. Respect? For what? You guys are like 100 years old. What'd you ever do? Sam put down his fork, looked Marcus in the eye. We served. Navy SEAL, Marine Corps, Army Ranger. Combined, we spent over 6 decades defending your right to be disrespectful. Now please, leave us alone. That should have been the end of it. But Marcus wasn't done. Oh, military guys. Big deal. That was like 50 years ago, Grandpa. You probably can't even throw a punch anymore. His friends were laughing, recording on their phones. Frank spoke. His voice was different now. Lower, harder. Kid, walk away. This is your last warning. Or what, old man? You gonna bore me to death with war stories? Marcus reached out, pushed Frank's shoulder. Not hard, but enough. That was the mistake. Frank stood up, slow, deliberate. At 76 years old, he stood 6'2", still broad-shouldered, still dangerous. Son, you just put your hands on a Navy SEAL. That's your first mistake. Your second mistake will be not apologizing right now. Marcus laughed. What are you gonna do about it? Frank's voice was ice. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to apologize and walk away. 5, 4, 3. Marcus pushed Frank again. Frank didn't even blink. 2, 1. Marcus threw a punch. Frank caught it midair. What happened next took exactly 12 seconds. Frank twisted Marcus's wrist, spun him around, locked his arm behind his back, slammed him face first into the table. Navy SEAL training, muscle memory. Age didn't matter. Marcus's 4 friends jumped up. Big mistake. Bill stood. Marine Corps hand-to-hand combat training kicked in. The first friend rushed him. Bill sidestepped, swept his leg. The kid hit the floor hard. The second friend grabbed Bill from behind. Bill threw an elbow, straight to the ribs, heard a crack. The kid went down. Sam, at 78 years old, grabbed his walking cane. The third friend came at him. Sam swung the cane, not to hurt, to control, hit him in the knee. The kid dropped. The fourth friend stopped. Hands up. Yo, I'm out. I'm done. Smart kid. The whole thing lasted 12 seconds. 5 young men, 3 old veterans, 5 young men on the floor, 3 old veterans standing, not even breathing hard. The other customers in the diner were silent, shocked. Frank still had Marcus pinned to the table. You kids need to learn something. Age doesn't take away training. It doesn't take away discipline. And it sure as hell doesn't take away the ability to defend ourselves. He let Marcus go. Marcus scrambled back, blood from his nose, fear in his eyes. You attacked us. Bill laughed. Cold, son, you started it. We finished it. There's a difference. The diner owner Joe came out from behind the counter. I called the police. They're on the way. Marcus panicked. Good. These old guys assaulted us. Joe shook his head. I've got security cameras, kid. They show everything. You pushed first. You threw the first punch. You assaulted a veteran. Marcus went pale. Police arrived 5 minutes later. Officer Rodriguez walked in, saw the 5 young guys sitting on the floor, saw the 3 old veterans calmly drinking coffee. What happened here? Joe showed him the security footage. Rodriguez watched. Then he started laughing. Let me get this straight. You 5 tried to fight 3 veterans? What were you thinking? Marcus was stammering. We didn't know they were, what? Trained fighters? You think just because someone's old they can't defend themselves. Rodriguez turned to the veterans. Any of you hurt? Frank smiled. Not even a little. You want to press charges? Frank looked at the 5 young men, scared, embarrassed, humiliated. No charges, but I want to talk to them. Rodriguez arrested the 5 young men anyway. Assault, disturbing the peace. But Frank made a call to an old friend, Judge Patricia Hartman. She'd served in the military too, Air Force. 2 weeks later, the 5 young men stood in court. Judge Hartman looked down at them. You 5 assaulted veterans, men who served this country, men who fought in wars so you could have the freedom to be idiots. Normally, I'd give you jail time, but the veterans you attacked have made a request. She looked at Frank, Bill, and Sam in the courtroom. They want to give you an option, 30 days in jail, or 30 days in their program. Marcus spoke up. What program? Frank stood. Boot camp. We run a veteran mentorship program. 30 days. You'll live at the facility. You'll wake up at 5 a.m. You'll train. You'll learn discipline. You'll learn respect. And at the end of 30 days, if you complete it, your charges will be dropped. The 5 young men looked at each other. 30 days of boot camp with 3 old veterans they tried to fight, or 30 days in jail. They chose boot camp. Marcus, Tyler, Josh, Devin, and Chris stood in formation at the veteran training facility. Frank, Bill, and Sam stood in front of them. Frank spoke. For the next 30 days, you belong to us. You will address us as sir. You will follow every order. You will learn what it means to be disciplined. And you will learn respect. Marcus muttered under his breath. This is stupid. Bill heard him. Walked right up to his face. Drop and give me 50 push-ups. Now. What? I'm not 100 push-ups. Keep talking. Marcus looked around. No one was helping him. He dropped. Started doing push-ups. Welcome to boot camp. The first week was hell. 5 a.m. wake up. Physical training. Running. Push-ups. Obstacles. These kids were in shape, but they'd never experienced military discipline. Frank, Bill, and Sam push them hard, but they also taught them how to make a bed properly, how to stand at attention, how to respect authority. And slowly, something started to change. By week 2, the complaints stopped. By week 3, they were asking questions. Sir, how did you move so fast in the diner? Frank smiled. Training, discipline, repetition. I've done that move 10,000 times. Even at your age. Age is just a number, son. Training is forever. Week 4, the final week. The 5 young men had changed. Physically, mentally. They woke up without being told, made their beds perfectly, said yes sir and no sir. But more than that, they listened. Frank told them about Vietnam, about watching friends die, about coming home to protesters. Bill told them about the Gulf War, about leaving his family for months, about the nightmares that still came. Sam told them about Korea, about being 19 years old in a frozen hell, about never really leaving the war behind. The 5 young men listened, really listened. Tyler spoke up. Sir, I'm sorry, for what we said, for what we did. We were stupid. Frank nodded. Yes, you were. But stupid can be fixed. Mean can be fixed. Disrespectful can be fixed. You boys aren't bad. You just never learned what real strength is. Real strength isn't muscle. It's discipline. It's respect. It's standing up for something bigger than yourself. Day 30. Graduation. Judge Hartman came to the facility. The 5 young men stood in formation. Uniforms pressed. Backs straight. Frank, Bill, and Sam stood before them. 30 days ago, you 5 tried to fight us in a diner. Today, you're different men. You've learned discipline, respect, what it means to push through hardship. Your charges are dropped. You're free to go. Marcus stepped forward. Sir, can we ask something? Go ahead. Can we stay? Can we keep learning from you? Frank smiled. The first real smile in 30 days. You want to stay? Yes, sir. All of us. Today, 3 years later, Marcus works at the veteran training facility. He helps Frank run the program. Tyler joined the Army. He's currently deployed overseas. Josh became a firefighter. He says the training saved his life during a rescue. Devin is in college. Criminal justice. Wants to be a police officer. Chris teaches at Risk Youth, trying to stop other kids from making his mistakes. And every Tuesday morning, they all meet at Joe's Diner. Same booth, same time, 8 a.m. Marcus sits with Frank, Bill, and Sam. Coffee, pancakes, war stories. But now, Marcus tells his own stories about how 3 old veterans changed his life. Frank, Bill, and Sam are still teaching, still training, still changing lives, because age doesn't take away purpose, and warriors never truly retire. This is the story of 3 old veterans who taught 5 young men the most important lesson. Respect isn't given because of age, it's earned through character, and real strength isn't about size or youth. It's about discipline, honor, and the courage to stand for what's right, even when you're 76 years old sitting